Hi everybody, it's Martin at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying a motor oil flash fly, a flash tail. It's a Pike fly. I'm sure you could use it for muskies as well. Used to fish a lot of conventional gear for pike, and motor oil with orange was one of the top producing colours for the soft plastics, so it's worth tying a fly to sort of match that. Hook I'm using is a Partridge Attitude Extra. This is a size 4 on it, but obviously suit yourself. Just knocking down the barb. Get that secure in the vise. Just got to start on some thread. I'm just using Danville's Flymaster, and I'm going to coat the shank with some super glue and wrap my thread over it. Because it's a nice, good start, and we're always adding durability into the fly. So the tail for this is a pearly dyed olive Flashabou, and I'm just using the standard Flashabou for this because I don't have a stinger hook or anything. You don't need to worry about going for the Magnum. Taking quite a thick bunch, and I don't know how many strands are in there, but it's a lot. I'm going to taper the ends. Really get them nice and tapered. I'm going to set my length, and I'll waffle this in, and I'll sort of tie it in the round. I'll just let the Flashabou come around the shank. It's got to give me a 7-inch fly, something like that. It's not huge. It's not a huge fly, this. For pike. I mean, a lot of folk might be watching this and going, oh, it's massive, but 7 inches is, it's not that big. And you can, and I'll fold all this back, and tie it in. And that way it can't be pulled out. Right, it's got to snap. So, a wee bit of super glue there. Then cover that up with your thread. The super glue just helps stop it help to a degree anyway, to stop your thread slipping off of the Flashabou. It is better to cover it up like this from a durability point of view. A bit more super glue there. I'm going to get a nice big long dubbing loop. Take it back, make sure it's nice and closed by wrapping your thread around the loop and then catching it in. Now I'll take my thread to the front just to get it out of the way. I'll put a half hitch in there. Grab my dubbing loop again. And my wax. Just make sure it's not already started spinning. Give that a wax. And don't be shy. The wax is what allows you to really sort of work with the Flashabou well in the dubbing loop. and I'll just hang that to the side so it hangs open. And I'll grab another bunch of Flashabou, slightly less than before, but a third to half of what you had before. And then I'll just fold it over, just fold it in half, I'll trim that. Just set that in my thigh. We'll take another narrower bunch again, much smaller. Right, there's only 15-20 strands in there. I'll fold this one in half. And then I'm going to just cut an inch away. And just leave it shorter. This helps to sort of taper and create a bit of volume in the dubbing loop, having this shorter fibre. So taper the short ends and get them on in the middle. Taper the entire selection here. So you end up with this sort of tapered brush of Flashabou, half a length. Get your dubbing loop. And if you put your middle finger in the loop, you can use your index finger and thumb to hold the loop tight if you need to. But the wax should probably hold everything. Now, oops, at this stage, get my dubbing spinner in and just let that hang. That has enough tension. And you just carefully spread out this Flashabou. It can take a wee bit of time, but it's worth taking your time to get it nicely spread. Just keep touching it, and it will eventually sort of line up. And the wax gives you plenty of time to work with. You don't need to worry about it falling out or nothing. The wax has plenty of grip. Also makes your thread a bit stronger, grip wise. Right, so I've got that ready, spread out, and I'm just going to make sure the fibres are parallel, not going to tangle, or not going to tangle too much. Right, so when you're happy, spin your loop. You don't need to be in any rush with this either. If you let that just sort of slowly go, you're less likely to get it tangling up. If you see it tangling, you can just come in with your scissor tip, just turn mean, you're not going to prevent it 100%, but you can really cut down on it. You can sort of speed up as you start to get that rope. Make sure you don't catch any of the flash that you've tied in at the tail. And you can check, just grab a strand and sort of pull at it. If it slips, that did, I'm going to give it another spin just to be sure. Try again. That's nice and tight. So at this stage I'm just going to rotate this hook just to take the, rotate the vise, just to take the brush that I've made with my dubbing loop up to, it's nearly starting, and I'll fold it. I'll just crease that Flashabou. The Pelly Flashabou's got a wee bit of stiffness to it, and you can actually put a reasonable crease in the fibres. That will help you when you come to wind it. So we'll start winding. Just do a turn in front of the other. Fold it back. It will want to double anyway now because you've creased it, but just help it along. You're building up this nice flashy collar. Watch not trap any. I can see that I've trapped some, so I'm just going to go back. It's maybe there. I'll just make sure that everything is going back the way. Alright. Just because these are big flies, like, don't be sloppy with it, you know, like, still take your time and get it right. It will make the difference to how the fly fishes and the overall kind of look and durability of it as well. Just wind this forward. See some that's getting kind of trapped there, I'll just pull it out. So it's basically, I mean, it's similar to what you would do tying a tube fly for pike, especially like a Flashabou fly. When you get to the end of your dubbing loop, come across your thread, catch that in. I always like to fold the dubbing loop back, and fold everything back and take a few wraps over it, and that's it. That's not going anywhere. Now just to see what's what, you can run your scissor tip through the flash. If there's any that are too tightly bound to come out, Just cut the loops with your scissor tip, otherwise just pull them free, and then we'll be left with something looking like this. Again, tidy everything up, give that a good coat of thread. You don't want exposed material basically. Right. Tie it off and then put a layer of thread over the top. A wee bit of super glue, and you're going to get quite a durable fly. So, because we've got all this Flashabou, in order to make it move, I'm going to make like a sort of muddler style head. And I'm going to use this stuff. This is Silver Scales Flash Blend. It's really nice. Comes in a good selection of colours. This is a kind of orange blend. I don't remember the actual name of this colour. But it's nice. It's like fluorescent orange blended with some chartreuse and a wee bit of red. Very nice. So just make sure that's dry, and then it's got to come in spread that around the shank, right? Just 2 wraps of thread's plenty, just to make sure you've got good coverage. And if it's sort of tangling up, just gently take a brush. Yeah, and that will separate the fibres, and you can make sure that they're all the way around. Right, like I said, just because it's a big fly, don't be sloppy. Make sure you've got the coverage, and then I'll fold this back. Right, fold this back again. Make sure it's 360. Just ignore your thread just now. Bring your thread to the front, and you're basically hollow tying this bit now. Build up a ramp of thread. And you can, I mean, it's up to you. You can set the profile sort of tighter or wider. Bring my thread forward. And just wrap over that wet thread, that wet super glue. Again, let it sort of soak in. Take another bunch. This is just, well, it's the same bunch that I took. I just cut it in half a length of the flash blend. Just make sure all the ends are nicely tapered and uneven. Same again. Make sure you've got full coverage. Sweep everything back. And that gives you that sort of nice collar there. And you've got, there's enough stiffness in this material that it sort of builds up and pushes water, creates a bit of turbulence. You've got a denser head, and it really makes this Flashabou move. Again, just build this up. See what you think. That will do me nice. bit more super glue. I mean, it's fairly well protected from teeth anyway, but that is quite nice to add a bit more toughness. So the head, just some more Silver Scales Flash Blend. This is olive. See, we're getting quite a thick bunch. Cut it in half. Taper the ends. Same thing, get good coverage. And you can start to see the effect of that, the sort of the dark olive tail and that, and the with that hot core, and then the dark olive at the head. Get that tied in. Get it with the brush. And same thing. So it's a fairly repetitive fly, you know, when you're tying it, but I nearly forgot my super glue there. Although this bit's probably less crucial because you'll have other stuff. There's a wee bare spot. Just make sure everything's covered. And then, as before, fold it all back. Bring your thread to the front. Force everything back and then build up your last wee thread there. That's nice. Nice wee compact head. Just whip finish that. And you could come in, I mean, you could come in with some markers if you wanted and darken that up if you like, but I quite like this effect that we've got, and it's all nicely tapered. You've got that sort of nice teardrop shape coming away into this long flashy tail. So basically the last thing to do is to put some eyes on it. I'm going to use some 12mm 3D eyes. Another option is flat eyes on this, purely because you can end up with a nice sort of, you know, adding less weight gives you a better hang, but for the purposes of this we'll go with the 3D eyes. That's what most people like. So we'll just get some super glue on the eye. Stick that on there. You don't need to go mad pushing it in. You want to retain the shape of the head. It's not bad. Same again. Get the glue on the eye. Try to avoid getting your fingers. And then when that's reasonably well stuck on, to stop these falling off, oops, that's the thin, wrong stuff, use a bit of UV resin. And I coat the whole eye, and then I run a bead down onto the thread wraps. Zap it. Same. Just coat the eye. I mean, the eye can eventually come off, but this is much tougher than just super glue. But you don't need to be building up a whole resin head. You can see the way that fluorescent cores pop in there with a lamp on it. So it's really quite nice. And that's it. Just make sure and cover up the last of the thread wraps there. And there you have it, a nice, highly durable pike fly. If you like fishing flies that are tied in hooks, this is worth a place in your box, definitely. Or if it's a nice, slightly smaller alternative to the tube. So I'd encourage you to give them a try, and try them for other species as well, they might work. Tight lines, guys, bye.